and we go up to 8. That is not good. Wow. Hello. Welcome back, gentlemen and gentlewomen, boys and girls, ladies and goblins, individuals of all varieties. I'm Hello Good Game, and I'll be your host today in this Magic the Gathering Arena video. We're playing Mono Black, Cosmos Elixir, Draugr Necromancer, and my favorite, Blood on the Snow. This is a Mono Black artifact deck within the control variety. We're, holding a very nice win rate within Mythic today, climbing up those percentages. I know a lot of you don't like to hear it, but, we did go undefeated, which is really nice, playing for our allotted time throughout the day. This is a deck that I built a long time ago, and, I've not touched on it since Kaldheim came out. First couple days I played with it, but it's been on the back burner, something that I've wanted to come back to, and man, it just works so good. I absolutely love it. And there's something to be said, I think, for playing off meta decks, because your opponent doesn't really have those play lines mapped out as they typically would, which gives you a slight advantage. With this out of the way, you guys, of course, we'll break down the deck, get into the gameplay footage, so you as a viewer can be the judge whether or not this deck is right for you and your wild cards, and then we will wrap up with our final thoughts. Of course, if you find value, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, Amazon, Grey Viking Games, and Into the AM. Don't miss out on our 500,000 gem giveaway. You heard me right, I did stutter a little bit, but 500,000 gems. Join the Discord to sign up for all of our giveaways. That's where I pull the names from. We have 100 live coaching sessions with myself, also coming with $20. Every second weekend, we have a tournament on MTG Melee that you can enter for free, win cash prizes in. And then, of course, every single YouTube live premiere, I give away $10 to Grey Viking Games, which is pretty cool for people as well. Like the video, comment below. 100 likes, I pull a comment at random. Boom. There you go. Easy as that. Let's get into the deck, though. There's more important things, right, HGG? All right, you're the boss. Let's go. Necronomics version 2, 60 card best of 1 standard deck, average CMC of 4.0, 8 creatures with 28 non-creatures, 24 land with some MDFCs via Hagra Mauling, taking us up to a smooth 26, which is typical for a control deck, right? Breaking down the deck list, we do have 2 copies of Eliminate for 2, instant speed, destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less, 2 copies of Heartless Act, also at instant speed, choosing 1, destroy target creature with no counters on it, removing up to 3 counters from target creature. So the Eliminate I like to use on the little guys, and the Heartless Act I use on the big baddies. Right, that's the technical analysis there. We have 4 copies of the Mazemind Tome. Of course, whenever we tap it, we put a lore counter on it, and once there are 4 lore counters on it, we will sack it, gain 4 life. Of course, we can tap it to scry 1, and we can pay 2 and tap it to draw a card. Into our 3 drops now, we have 2 copies of Treacherous Blessing, an enchantment. When it enters play, we draw 3 cards, and then whenever we cast a spell, we lose 1 life. Whenever Treacherous Blessing becomes a target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. 2 copies of Soul Shatter at instant speed. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest converted mana cost among creatures and planeswalkers that they control. 2 copies of Alcest Nightmare, a saga. When it enters, destroying creature with power 2 or less. Next up, getting into our opponent's hand, taking a non-creature, non-land card from it, they discard it, and then finally exiling their graveyard. So really nice utility there within the Nightmare. Into our 4 drops now, 2 copies of our Draugr Necromancer, a 4/4, and if a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile that card with an ice counter on it instead, and you may cast spells from among cards in exile with ice counters on it by spending mana as though it were any color. Great. Cool beans. 2 copies of Hagra Mauling, instant speed for 4, 1 less to cast if our opponent controls no basic lands to destroy target creature. A little bit of removal, and it can help us ramp into some of the more important spells, because we don't ever want to miss a land drop while we're working into our 4th and 5th drop. 4 copies of Cosmos Elixir. Now this is really what the deck is based around. It's a artifact, and at the beginning of our end step, we draw a card if our life total is above our starting, in this case 20. Otherwise, we'll gain 2 life. So if we're against an aggro deck, it's going to help us survive to find the removal that we need. If not, it's just going to put us further ahead every turn that we get to draw, which is great. And of course, it is colorless, which is a key component to this deck. 4 copies of the Solemn Simulacrum. 2/2 when it enters play, grab a land, puts it in tapped, and then shuffles the library. It puts the lotion in the basket. Whenever Simulacrum dies, you get to draw a card as well. And you know, this is one of our main combo pieces that's going to win us games, is the Solemn Simulacrum. We do talk about that in a second, though. Maya's got some things she'd like to share today. In her lapse in, she said, "Hurry up with the deck tech." Anyways, Shadow's Verdict, sorcery speed, exile all creatures and planeswalkers with converted mana cost 3 or less from the battlefield, which is great. So planeswalkers, creatures, 3 or less mana, exiled. That also will take effect from our opponent's graveyard as well, which is really, really nice. So, you know, just stopping any graveyard recursion and getting rid of those creatures is great right now in the meta. 2 copies of Tergrid, God of Fright, 4/5 with Menace. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard into the battlefield under our control. So this is very nice. It kind of combos with the Soul Shatter, and we can also, you know, use the Lantern, which we can tap. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. We use this ability to sacrifice our own Treacherous Blessing, which is really quite nice, and then we can pay for it to untap the Lantern, allowing us to reuse its ability multiple times per turn to drain our mana. So just an absolutely amazing mana sink. Talking about the Solemn Simulacrum, Blood on the Snow. Choose 1 for 6, destroy all creatures or destroy all planeswalkers, then return a creature or planeswalker card with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast this spell. This works quite nice with the Necromancer, pulling that back into play, and then those things will come on our side of the field. It also works really nice with the Solemn Simulacrum. It enters, you draw a land, Blood on the Snow wipes the field, we get to draw a card, plus it comes back, we draw another land, and then it's going to die, we get another drawn card. So Blood on the Snow, I absolutely love within this deck. And of course, we do have 3 copies of Ugin the Spirit Dragon as well. And this is what the Necromancer has been working so hard to reanimate this dragon. This is a 7 CMC Planeswalker plus 2/3 damage to any target. Minus X, exiling each permanent with converted mana cost X or less, that's 1 or more colors. And minus 10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and then put 7 permanent cards from your hand into the battlefield. We've got some lands. 3 of them are the Snow Havens, and 2 of them are the Castle Locthwains. Pay 4, draw a card, lose life equal to the number of cards in our hand, and of course 3 snow mana, 4/3 with Vigilance, which is a lot of fun. So that's the deck list. Let's break down strategy and synergy here. As a control deck, your overall strategy is to make the game last as long as possible, right? Get your opponent out of cards with no draw engines, right? An empty hand as a control deck, not with the control deck, but like if you empty your opponent's hand, that's really where you start to win these matches. Win conditions are aplenty within the deck. Obviously, we have the Necromancer, can take anything of our opponents. We have the Simulacrums. We have the Tergrid, which can do their due diligence with some decent attacks. And Ugin can yield damage as well, which is quite nice, alongside the Faceless Haven. So there's plenty of win cons within the deck. Lots of removal to help us survive to get to some of those more important cards within the deck, like Cosmos Elixir. Of course, wiping our opponent's field with Shadow's Verdict, with Ugin, with Blood on the Snow, right? Trying to neutralize those aggro decks as they are about, and really making the most out of it. Through the Tome, when it cracks itself, gains 4 life. That's going to basically light off the Cosmos Elixir into drawing you cards, which is really good. And we also have the Blessing for the draw as well. And then you just use the Lantern to sack the Blessing, or Ugin can minus to get rid of the Blessing as well, which is really nice for us. And yeah, just, you know, Elspeth's Nightmare takes control of our opponent's graveyard. So does the Necromancer. When things die, they actually go into exile now. And then Shadow's Verdict will clean it out as well. So there's some nice graveyard control here. Soul Shatter works with Tergrid if they're sacking. If they have any enchantments, well, Saga enchantments, I should say, those are really nice because you'll get those when they self-sacrifice, which is cool. You know, Fatal Passage is another example that we can get with the God of Fright. So lots of cool things there. And of course, we can just use the Lantern as the mana sink. So, you know, survive and then thrive. That's what we're looking to do as a control deck. So again, I thank you guys all for your time and attention. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, family, MTG playgroups, whatever it happens to be. Support on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, Amazon, Brave Viking Games, Into the AM, and by downloading Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant for free if you're on Windows. All of the links are in the description below or in the Hello Good Game link tree, which you can easily Google. Thanks for watching, enjoy the gameplay footage, and I'll speak to you again soon. This doesn't seem so bad, right? If we get Treacherous Blessing with Elixir in play, you know, it's kind of a win-win for us. Well, not win-win, but it balances itself is what I mean to say. Ooh, this little bear in his Spartan helmet. Woof! House head. Cool. Nice. Turn 1. Devil's Verdict in opening hand. OP. Oof. Oof. Okay, what are these last two cards? You think we can get a full clear? That'd be pretty cool if we could. We will probably still use Heartless Act here. Just to disrupt. Or do we? Yeah. This is the way. More creatures. We have everything we need. We don't we don't need the draw, so why take it? Tempting. Okay, that's a thing. Still surviving. Elixir, perhaps some life back. Up to 16. 2 cards in hand. Ooh, nice. The big hit. But Lurrus in play is perfect timing. They're totally tapped out. Woo. We even take out Heliod because it's a creature now, not an enchantment. Draugr. They're left with 1 card. And we go up to 8. That is not the good. Wow. Get another Lurrus. Necro goes out. Don't you do it. Okay, this is okay. They can sack it, give protection from black, hit. That's fine, replay it. That's a step they could do. But they choose not to, so I'm just gonna take it. Good game. That Shadow's Verdict was nasty, yo. Going first, not bad. I mean, after last match, I'll take Shadow's Verdict. That was cool. We have a turn 2 Tome, turn 3 Elspeth's Nightmare, which is also good. Let's see how it works out. We get our 4th land. Yeah, like I really like this. They're playing Golgari. Or sorry, I just been drinking iced tea and I had a bunch of ice in it. Now I'm freezing. This neck? I've not seen this guy in ages. Brr. Straight shivers. Yeah, we're okay. Like, I kind of like the Simulacrum. Let's take out the Snick. Got him. And our turn. The Tome and the Cosmos Elixir have really nice synergy. Something I enjoy thoroughly. They are playing Small Die. They are ramping. Could be an ultimatum deck. I can go. Brrr. Freezing. Woof. Cosmos Elixir goes out. We gain 2 life. Ashiok enters here, I'm thinking. And then they're going to bounce the elixir to our hand. So maybe we should have... Well, they don't. Okay. Land can go. Good. Just take the draw. We're in a bad spot with Ashiok. Remember that time that we bottomed Soul Shatter? I can't think when I get cold. Ooh. Good pulls, bro. We'll take the draw. I like that.
The shadows awaken.
They have petty theft, but no... Okay. Cobra I find odd in this deck, but Ashiok's shutting us down pretty good. Gain 4 life. So much land. What is happening? We may as well. We need a Soul Shatter. %chance on draw. Guess we should have left them Graven Lore because their mana was messed up. We should have taken Ashiok instead of Graven Lore. But the way I saw it, Graven Lore just draws another Ashiok. Wow. This land is truly something else. We need Ugin. That would be good. Even this Necro be okay. Ashiok's minus is horrific. Right? Like, they have access to Necro, Elspeth, Tome.
I consume your fear, and your fear consumes you.
But we're just gonna Necro our own Necro back. I mean, that sets up their extinction event really good, which is bad for us. Oh, okay. That's a move. Oh, yes. Nice. Okay. Oh, but they take it. No, not nice. Not nice. Why did I just draw Ugin? I just got burnt by belief.
All your fears are given for
Not cool, bro. They could easily use their ultimatum, right? Just cycling for it. So we need to top deck another Ugin. There's 5.26% chance. They do hit us for 5. Another Ugin off the top. Oh! Okay. All is well. All is well. Kind of. We'll see. We'll see. The ultimatum's still really bad. They get the draw, that's fine. Hit with our snowlands. Oh, the one's got summoning sickness on it. Oops. Oops. We'll still play Simulacrum though. Potes, my bad. We'll take the draw. Yet another land. What is happening in my life? There's other cards in the deck, you know. Alright, we lose Ugin. Sure.
I leave you to your doom.
Too bad we can't cast this for 9. Right? Like a maximum of 6. Or 8, I guess. Cooler. We just go for it, or do we wait? We draw a card from the Simulacrum, which is good. They gain some life, back up to 20, which is super annoying. Alright, we have Heartless Act out. We draw another Simulacrum. It's definitely not Ugin. I think they're in a really good spot to win here. Yikes. Ooh. Another Ashiok.
Terror lurks among us.
Whatever. Right? And then we can just kill Ashiok. Alright, so we're still looking for a Soul Shatter, but we did deal with another Ashiok, which is good. Can't believe we have 14 land in play. This has never happened to me before. Sometimes I get to 13 and I'm like, whoa. But 14? That's crazy. Okay, Ugin doesn't affect us. We can kill it. Okay. Well, we can't kill it. We get close. That really helps it. Oh! Yeah, we can kill it. Yeah, we can. Can we top deck a Tergrid? Please top deck a Tergrid. We'll scry for it. More land. What are you talking about? What? I feel like I'm living in a fantasy world here. You know, we still get removal on Ugin, which is really important to us. Let's get our Faceless Haven in. Why not? Why not remove it? It's fun. Ooh, nice. We are all set up here. Who needs Ugin to win? Who needs Ashiok? I want Cosmos Elixir. I want Tergrid, God of Fright. They kill our Elixir. We've got another though, it's okay. Why not kill Treacherous Blessing? They're doing stuff still. You're gonna make a wolf right out of the gate. Wow. More land. I am at wit's end with this freaking land. We target ourselves, and then we sacrifice the blessing. Cool, 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 cool. Cool. Let's get after it as well. We should have done this first probably, but we have so much land, it literally does not matter. Big attack. The block, that's nice. Lantern in play. We'll take that draw later. So we're at 22, they're at 8. They have 3 cards, which I'm still terrified of, don't get me wrong. We'd have to throw Vorinclex back into the grave, and that's what we don't want, is a Vorinclex. But we should be able to just kind of like use our tools here to get them, and we do. That was a great match. Almost 20 minutes. Yeah! It's a little slow. No removal. But there's land. If they play slow, that's beneficial. Probably going into our Simulacrum first. We're gonna lose something nice here. Necromancer's cheaper for them to make, but the God of Fright's probably a better take. We can grab removal. Yikes. Mire trying. Do we need Elspeth? This nightmare. Turn. We also need Shadow's Verdict real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Yeah, we do have the land to get there. Getting hit for 4 is unpleasant. They don't land. Wow, they're bricking. We're looking for Shadow's Verdict. Eliminate works. Let's just keep ramping though. We can Blood on the Snow, that might be best. Right, Blood on the Snow is really cool with the Simulacrum. You get your land draw, you get the normal draw, and you get another land draw. Well, I mean, kind of in a different order here, but... Shadow's Verdict, come on! No, the Elixir's not bad, though. You get to scry for it, again. They're gonna play the Bone Crusher Giant. Come on, Verdict. 2 Soul Shatters we've tossed so far. Just do it up. to take another land here, which is good. Yeah! Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Nice. That is maybe my new favorite combo is Blood on the Snow with Solemn Simulacrum, because sometimes your opponent ignores it. They don't want to give you the draw, but this way you get the land drop. You know, you get to kind of like make them not want to attack if it can clear that up. And then boom, you wipe the whole field. Plus you take the draw from it when it dies, and it comes back for another land. So that's really good. And you know, that's just going to propel you into some of these more expensive spells that typically you don't want taking up your whole turn. But if we can tag an eliminate or some form of removal with them, it's going to be a really an enjoyable experience for us as a. Alrighty, so you know, I think I'm gonna actually run more Blood on the Snow. I know it's expensive, but it just works so good. Necromancer, I also, you know, really enjoy within the deck. It's just sad that we live in a world that requires so much exile, right? There's a ton of exile here, which kind of is a bummer for our general strategy of, you know, snagging our opponent's stuff with the Necromancer and God of Fright. But at the end of the day, you know, a good mix, I believe, is healthy, and that's probably why this deck accomplishes it so well against a few different cards or decks within the meta. Again, I thank you guys all for your time and attention. If you have any ideas for the deck, any criticisms, whatever you have to say, leave it in the comments below. I'm always trying to improve, not only as an individual pilot, but as a deck builder as well. So cheers. Thank you guys for being part of this journey. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel with your friends, support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, Amazon, Great Viking Games into the AM, and by downloading Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to watch even more videos of mine, and we'll see you soon in a few minutes.